Story, never mind. It feels like forever for Prisha now since she has gone out of the house. Every time she thought the lockdown would be over, the Prime Minister came on TV and announced extension. She has even stopped counting the days now, giving up on the hope of ever meeting her friends again in person. Thank God, we live in the era of technology. She let out a sigh of relief. Prisha is the only child staying in a nuclear family with her father and her mother in a small apartment. She never really was an outgoing person, but at least she enjoyed the company of her friends, which now she badly misses. She completed her studies in computer science and engineering and is now working in a company in her hometown. She is a big dreamer. As soon as the new year began, she thought, I'm going to make this year mine. The Silver Jubilee celebration of life was something that she was brightly looking forward to. Curse you, Corona, is now a phrase she often uses. Watch your tongue, Prisha. Don't be so disappointed. Things are going to get better. Her father said as they were having their breakfast this morning. Come on, Dad. Do you think we'll ever get out of this house again and live a normal lifestyle? It's starting to get boring. Her mother interrupted her and said, Just finish your breakfast, else you might get bored of eating it too. Being in the IT industry, work never stopped for Prisha, and she thanked God for that every day. It was something that was keeping her sane in these troubled times. If she was only to watch news, sit at home, eat, and sleep, the first destination for her would have definitely been the mental hospital, if not anywhere else. Even her colleague, Swatidi, agreed on that too. Every time she switched on the TV, all that came on news was death of people all over the world due to COVID-19, how to stay safe from getting infected by coronavirus, and the one message that rings in her ear now: stay home. The week started and Prisha was all set for it. She woke up, worked out, took bath, had breakfast, helped her mother with some chores, and finally sat down with her laptop to start her work. Today, for a change, she chose to sit at the big bedroom where mom and dad sleeps and work from there. The balcony is attached to that room, therefore, she could hear the outside world. It was around 1 p.m. in the afternoon and she was already an hour into her work. Suddenly, she heard a voice coming from nearby. Sabzi le lo! Hari bhari sabzi le lo! A hawker was passing by with a van full of vegetables. She went to the balcony to see and noticed that it has not been a great sale day for the hawker. He had most of the veggies left and was trying to sell them to get some money. As soon as Prisha saw him, she called him, भैया, ओ सब्जी वाले भैया, इधर ऊपर देखो ऊपर, अरे रुको रुको यार. Prisha's mother was in kitchen. As soon as she heard Prisha's voice, she came to the balcony and asked her, What is this fuss all about? What are you up to? Mom, he has not got any sale today. Look at his van. We need to buy some vegetables from him. To help him, you know. Prisha, why are you doing all this? We already have plenty of vegetables. We don't need any more. Let him go. Her mother said in a low tone, worried that the hawker might hear her. Mom, just give me a few bucks. I won't overdo it. I promise. Her mother handed her the purse and Prisha went downstairs to buy some veggies. From the day Prisha has started earning, all she wanted was to help people in need. She always appreciated the ones who put an effort to make their earning rather than sitting and cursing their luck. Swami Vivekananda once said, No work is big or small, work is work. That statement was imprinted so deep in Prisha's mind, and thus she learned to appreciate the efforts of others. She went towards the van and bought as much vegetables as she could carry herself. When the bag was almost full, she gave the hawker money and came back carrying almost 5 kilos of vegetables. At least that was what she calculated in her mind. Her mother opened the door and almost screamed, seeing so many things in the bag. Her father tried to calm her down. What is up with you? Why did you buy all this stuff? Now it will all go into waste, her mother asked in a raised voice. We have fridge, we will manage, her father replied. Never mind, Prisha replied in a low tone. The smiling face of the hawker popped up right in front of her eyes.